My mother was Bessie Williams, but she became Walton, and that's her outside of Leslie Robinson's grocery shop. This would be in the 1930s, was definitely before the war, and that's a lady, Margaret Poskett, who became Mrs. Pearson, and Lizzie Hopper, who was a Chopwell local, and she married a soldier and went to live in North Berwick. And they worked in the shop long hours. I remember they sold carbide, and she used to tell us stories about going in and finding maggots on the meat, and they used to just take them round the back and say, "Oh, well, there's just a bone in here. I have to take the bone out." And sometimes, you probably don't, but the butter came in big casks, and they used to have it on a marble slab. And sometimes when they went in the mornings, if it was hot, it had slipped down onto the floor. They had a good time, but they had to work hard. And my mum, so a lot of people know my mother. Well, older people know her because she was well known in the shop, and she also used to tell us they used to go down to Mrs. Killip's to make the tea, because they had no tea making facilities, so she used to go down to Clyde Street and make the cup of tea and take it back up to the shop. My mother didn't work at Robinson's when the war started. She worked at Hexham for a grocery store in Hexham, and she was in a reserved occupation, but she volunteered for the ATS, and she was a cook. She was a cook at Catterick. And she really enjoyed it because she got away from home, like a lot of people did. And she joined up in 1942, and then she came out in 1945 when she was having me. And she kept friends with people, lifelong friends with people who have now all sort of died, except this one lady. And she talked about it, she won the war. And she married my dad, and then she came out of the forces. And he used to go down to, because she was stationed at Catterick, and he used to go down to Darlington and used to meet at Darlington. Well, I was born in 1946, June 1946, and the big storm of 1947 happened, and that's up the Bairns Road, and I believe it was dug out by hand, and it was like people were walking on the tops of up as high up as the telephone cables, and it went on for quite a long time, I think. But that's me in the pram in 1947.